Okay, I hope you can see my screen. So my name is Klaus-Dieter Oertel. I'm a technical consultant for software at Intel. And you have the slides, and I will skip through the first slides because this was everything there was already said by Edmund. And so let's start here with this slide, which explains once more that Intel DevCloud for OneAPI. So this is a development sandbox for you, which let you develop, test, and run workloads, either your own workloads, or you can also use examples provided by Intel. And then you can test how these workloads will run across a range of Intel CPUs, GPUs, and also FPGAs with our software. So as mentioned, there are a lot of examples, and so this is also for you that you can go through a learning process, for example, to learn data parallel C++. Oh, this is no bad time. Yeah, it's really meant for prototyping, in the end, for prototyping your own projects. Prototyping, so the hardware which we provide, this is no high performance hardware. It's more for development hardware in the moment. I think this will change over time, but what is available now is are more customer GPUs. And so there's no download necessary. Everything is installed already, and you need to have an account on the system, and then you can start your experience on the DevCloud. Just here a short overview what is there regarding the hardware. Regarding the hardware, we have some lot of CPUs available in the Xeon Scalable processors, and then either they have the integrated GPUs, or we also offer nodes which have discrete GPUs, so the Intel RX Xe Max GPUs you can get by default. If you have an NDA with Intel, you get also access to other GPU hardware. And then you see also here that you can also, if you are interested in working with FPGAs, then you will also have access to different FPGAs models from Intel. Edmund mentioned all the different toolkits. These are obviously installed already for you, so nothing has to be done by you. So then these different toolkits provide all the necessary tools, so the compilers, the libraries, but also then the different analysis tools like vTune Profiler and Intel Advisor. And then also for using FPGAs, some add-ons are required, which are installed also on the system where FPGAs are on the nodes where FPGAs are available. So what do we have to do to get an account? So it was asked to enlarge it. I don't think that this is the largest. This is in the presentation mode, or not in the presentation, or in the reading mode. Is this too small?
It's significantly smaller than what Edmund showed.
Okay, I can try to make it this way. Is it better?
Maybe it's on my screen, just seems small, but apologies for the interruption.
Okay, yeah, because I will switch later to the demo, therefore I had it in reading mode, but this is now presentation mode, so, and otherwise I would ask you to download the slides. Regarding the registration, the easy thing that you go to devcloud.intel.com, and there you will find a button asking you to enroll to the DevCloud, and then another web page will open, and where you can create an Intel DevCloud account. You provide there your details, the typical details, also a username and a password and so on. I think this is for then getting access to the web pages. from the system, you will receive an email with your user account details. So this with a link to another web page to log in. But you will get a different username from the system. So you have then, my understanding is currently, I did this long a time ago and kind of do it again here. That this are two different usernames, one for the web page and one for the account, for the real account. And so the next slides are for your reference, and I will try to do this now online as a kind of a demo and go with you through the different web pages and also execute some commands on the DevCloud directly. So I will start this now. So the next time you go to this devcloud.itel.com page and you are asked to enroll or sign in, then you sign in, then this web page here will open. And what you see here first is on the top request for an extension. This is an important button if you want to use DevCloud for a longer time, because by default, the access is provided for 120 days. You will then get a warning email, and then you should react, because otherwise, really, your account will be closed and you will lose also your data on the account. So keep an eye out on it, or mark something in your calendar that you will request for an extension in time. So when we go down in this web page here, there are different links here. One is a part working with OpenVINO, so for AI development, and then the other one here is more for the HPC interested people. So the oh, can I close this? Working with OneAPI for HPC. Down here, you will also see the different environments. So we have here some Jupyter Labs, but I give you already a warning. This will go into an area for AI, into Jupyter Labs for AI. And I will show you another Jupyter Labs link later. And then here we have also the information on how to do a secure shell connection. Let me go on here with the working with OneAPI link, because I want to show you in an overview here. You have it also on your on the slide, that the different possibility to access the DevCloud. So you can either access the DevCloud directly from a terminal with SSH, or also from an IDE, so like the Visual Studio Code. Or here it's mentioned remote desktop, so it's when you access from Windows directly. Actually, it's possible by using Cycwin. All three will go through SSH connection, and then you will be logged into a login node, and from there you can submit jobs into a job queue. Or the alternative is, if you prefer this, and if you are used to do it, that then you can also access the DevCloud by Jupyter Notebooks, and the Jupyter Notebooks will directly go into the job queue, because they will start a node for you, and then you will be directly working on a node. Yeah. Okay. These are the different possibilities. And next step would be for me here to go to the Get Started guide. And then in the Get Started on this web page, you will have different possibilities here. Always you will find a get starting with your first example or view training models. View training models will go into the Jupyter Labs. I will show you later. And then let's go here to the get started with your first example. And okay, this will open then another web page. And here we can see also, these are two different locations. The information, how do you connect to the DevCloud? So this has to be done obviously only the first time. All the setup here, you can then later use it quite easily just by executing SSH on your computer. And here you see also these different options already, Cycwin on Windows, Linux, or Visual Studio Code. So Visual Studio Code is actually, I will not go into details here. It's the last slide in my presentation. Yes, but I will mention it already here, that the setup for Visual Studio Code is described. Let's focus more on the Linux or Mac OS setup. And here you see that you have the option of an automated configuration, which means that you download the script here, and then you execute this script, and this script then will update your .ssh config file on your home computer, on your home Linux system. Alternatively, you can also do a manual setup. And in this manual setup, you will download an SSH key. So this will be implicitly done by the script. Here you download it explicitly. You put it into some location, and then you have to set up your SSH config file by yourself. For example, here with this information and this box here. If you are behind a proxy, then it's a little bit more complicated, and you see it down on this web page here. Here, if you are behind a SSH proxy, if your company runs a proxy, then it's a little bit more kind of complicated. And then you can log into the DevCloud just by SSH, executing SSH DevCloud. Yeah. I think I mentioned it briefly already that you are running on a batch system. And if I go back to this page here, when to get started, there's also some documentation available here. And if I go to this documentation page, then I get some basic SSH shell commands here, which is, I think, not so interesting for experienced people. More interesting is here the job submission part. So also if you are not familiar with batch systems, I think this is a very good documentation here, very easy. And here you can see how to submit a job. So this is by writing a script and then submit a job by requesting some nodes here with a GPU. And the alternative is that you can also do some interactive work. Yes, you can request a node for interactive access, and this is done here with the second command here. And now I will switch to a live demo on the DevCloud itself. So I have opened here a screen already, and I SSH'd already into this into the login node, and into a demo directory I prepared, and I have here listed my commands here, just not to make faults with typing. So first thing you can do is looking which nodes are available for this. This command pbs nodes is available, and then you get a very long list of nodes. All our nodes start with letter S, so for server. And here you get a long list, and to reduce it, we can pipe it and just look for these nodes. How many nodes do we have? So we have in total, currently we have 246 nodes with different characteristics. And to get an overview about the characteristics, I execute another command. You'll find it also on the slide. So I execute here this command looking for the properties, and just compress this information to the important one. And here are the properties for the different node. You see here that we have nodes with the RX XE max GPU, so the discrete GPU. We have systems with 2 of them, dual GPU. We also have systems with 4 of them, quad GPUs. Then we have nodes which just have the integrated graphics, the Gen 9. And then we have nodes equipped with FPGAs here, and some more nodes also for running the Jupyter notebooks. Also then this here for batch FPGA compilation and so on, and some nodes which are specific for the render kit. And so then let's grab one of these nodes. So here I have prepared the qsub command for it. So I ask for an interactive, I ask for interactive work on it. So with a -i capital flag here, then one node with the ERX-XE max GPU, ppn equal to 2 has to be given always, and then the -d dot slash means just that I will start the node in the current directory. So let's wait for it. And now it starts already. And yeah, and so now I'm on the node, and I check whether whether the tools are available, and ask here for which DPC++. So this is the DPC++ compiler, or I am asking whether the ICX, the compiler, the new Clang based compiler from Intel is available. Then for a special command, CLNS, or that what I also will use tomorrow is the command line advisor tool. Currently, these are not available. How can I fix this if I can source environments? So for example, here I can ask for a specific tool. This is just the latest compiler here. And if I ask for which again, then I see now that the compilers have been loaded. Also, the CLLS command is available, but not yet the advisor. So the alternative then is that I load all the environment for all tools here with the OneAPI set was command. Now all the tools will be loaded, so the environment for it. And if I look now for the required tools, then these are found. If you are prefer to work, this will always work on all systems, because when the tools are installed, these var scripts are available, and the vars and the set var scripts are available. If you have a compute center where modules are installed as an alternative, then they might be available. So they are available here on the DevCloud. So I ask for the available modules. And it shows me then the complete list of modules for the different tools and the different versions, which are all available. And I can load them individually. They are also just the flag latest here. This is always a default. Or I can also do the global installation, so the global setup. Then I start here either with a specific version number, or I just can say module load latest, and then all the latest versions of the tools will be loaded. Okay, then let's go to the next command I want to show you, and this is the information about the node. So, and this is just the information here, circle minus ls, so the one word, minus verbose. This gives you then an overview about what is available on the node. We see here that there is different so-called, we have different platforms, so-called platforms. So here we have an FPGA emulation for OpenCL could be used. Then we have the OpenCL on the CPU. And then we have also OpenCL. The platform number 3 is OpenCL on the GPU. And what we also have here, so the GPU is run then here with the OpenCL drivers, but with platform 4, we also can run the same GPU with our level 0 drivers. Yes, and then we also have at the final platform, then the single host platform. And listed below with the different selectors. So this is a terminology from the DPC++ language. And here you see the list of selectors and the list of also the list of drivers with the driver numbers, the driver version numbers here. Alternative to this, CircleLS is the command clinfo, and I pipe it through more because it will give you more information on one hand, because it will list more details. Here, for example, you see for the GPU, where is it? Here, see CPU. Here is the GPU that you the device position, whether here's a device partition, whether we have sub-devices on the GPU or not. And this depends on the architecture. What is missing in this overview here for the clinfo, this is a command which is already available from the OpenCL environment, is missing the information about the level 0 drivers, which this you get only with the CircleLS command. Okay, this is what I wanted to show you live from the node itself. Let's switch back here to the overview on the web pages, and I only have 2 minutes left. So here are I mentioned here the first DevCloud example, and but there are a lot of them, more of them. You can see them here in the lower part of the web page. The code is always available on the zip tab. So this is for directly working on the node with SSH. And as an alternative, I mentioned that you can also go at the very beginning to these training modules, and that with the training modules, you have they will all run in the Jupyter Notebook, and I have opened my Jupyter Notebook already here in the because it takes some seconds, and there's an introduction available how to work with the Jupyter Notebook, very detailed here, should give you an easy start if you're not experienced in it. But as said, it's just an alternative to working directly with SSH on the node. And then here we have, if I click here on the essential links, you see here that we have a lot of other notebooks then afterwards. So you can go here, for example, to this intro and start this one. And this will give you then some code here, and for your first experience running first jobs on the machine then. And I think that's all from my side for today. And do you have any questions? If not, I stop sharing then here.